Welcome to virtual class. Dear students, last day we talked about direct and indirect speech, and I hope you have understood what direct and indirect speech is. So, as last day we talked about introduction of direct speech and indirect speech. Even we talked about change of making indirect speech, in which we talked about change of person and we talked about change of tense as well. So dear student, let me remind you what direct speech is there. So as last day we talked that whenever if the speaker has said something and we transmit that message without making any type of changes in a speaker's sentence, then it is called direct speech. So dear student, even we have studied that even whenever transmitting the statement of the speaker by doing some changes in the sentence structure but not in the meaning or the essence, then that is called indirect speech, that even we have studied. Again, let me remind you, in a direct speech, two parts are there. One part is within inverted comma, that is called reported speech. Sometime that is also called quoted speech. So either it is reported speech or quoted speech, there is no differences between this one. And this reported speech is always in within inverted comma, and whatever part is outside the inverted comma, that is called a reporting speech, in which a reporting subject is there, a reporting verb is there, and sometime a reporting object is there. Dear students, even we have also discussed in last class that whenever making indirect speech, basically comma and inverted comma are omitted, and instead of comma and inverted comma, basically connectors are used. And most of the time in assertive sentence, that as a connector is used. Dear student, even changing the direct speech into indirect speech, there is the need of change of person or the pronoun. And that thing last day we talked. Even there is the need of changing of tense. So tense should be changed whenever transforming direct speech into indirect speech. And one more thing that you should change is change of adverb. In whenever changing the statement, changing the direct speech into indirect speech, some adverb should be changed there. Dear student, even we have talked that if in the direct speech or basically in reported speech, if first person is there, then first person should be changed according to subject of the reporting speech. So this is about first person that we have already discussed. Again, as you have studied, if in the reported speech second person is there, then such second person should be changed according to object of the reporting speech. So this thing we have also discussed in the last class. So dear student, and as even in the last day we have already discussed that the third person which are in the reported speech basically doesn't change, or third person requires no change, that we have already discussed. And now we are going to talk about changes in tense in indirect speech, or whenever changing the direct speech into indirect speech, what type of changes we should do regarding tense. So that thing we are going to talk here. So as we have even last day we discussed that if we have present or future tense in reporting a speech, there will be no change in the tense of reported speech. It means if in the reporting speech either present tense is there or future tense is there, there is no need of changing the tense of reported speech, as even last day we discussed. So I hope you are very uh, uh, you are very aware about the tense use of indirect speech. However, I am again try to make you clear through one example. As example is here, Palten says, comma, inverted comma is there, I have on the match. Palten says, comma, inverted comma, I have on the match. This is the sentence is in direct speech. And in this sentence, you can see that Palten says that is in present tense, and whatever part is in inverted comma, that is in present perfect tense. So here in the first number sentence, or the first number rule says that if the if present and future tense is in the reporting speech, then there will be no change in the tense of reported speech. So here Palten says is in the present tense. That's why whenever changing the sentence into indirect speech, then the tense of reported speech is not changed. That's why its indirect speech become. Palten says that he has on the match. Here what you see is that only there is the change of person, or the pronoun is only changed here. Now let's try to understand another rule of change in tense. So dear student, try to understand it. If we have past tense in reporting speech, we will change tense of reported speech as here said. So here if the reported speech, again listen it, if in the reporting speech past tense is there and in the reported speech other tense is there, then you should change according to the rule as I am presenting here. So the first form of verb can be changed into second form of verb whenever changing from direct to indirect. It means if in the reporting speech past tense is there and in reported speech present simple tense is there, then you should change it into past simple. So this is about the first rule. So that here as it is said, first form of verb can be changed into second form of verb. For example, let me present one example here. So example is, he said, comma, inverted comma, I do my homework. So he said, comma, inverted comma, I do my homework. This is the sentence. and here you can see in the reported speech V1 is used there, so that you should change that first form of V1 into second form of V1, so its indirect speech become he said that he read what he did his homework, so he did his homework become its indirect speech. So dear student, even as again try to understand, if in the reporting speech second reporting speech past tense is there, and in the reported speech second form of verb is there, or if in the reported speech V2 is there, then that V2 can be changed into had V3. V2 can be changed into had V3. It means past simple tense can be changed into past perfect tense, dear student. So this is about another rule about the change of tense. So here we talked about two rule of tense. Now again try to understand another rule. So same situation is there. If in the reporting speech present tense what past tense is there, and in reported speech is mr is there, or in reported speech either it is there, am is there, or are is there, then this is mr can be changed into was were, dear student. So this is about another rule about change of tense. So in the same way, if in the reporting speech either was is there or where is there, then this was and where can be changed into had been. Was and where can be changed into had been whenever changing the sentence into direct what indirect speech. So here the same situation is there. In if in the reporting speech past tense is there, and in reported speech either there is was or where is there, then was and where can be changed into had been, dear student. In other words, if in the reported speech past continuous is there, then such past continuous can be changed into past perfect continuous. So this is the another rule about the transition from direct to indirect regarding tense sense. So dear student, even one more rule is there, and the situation is same. If in the reporting speech past tense is there, and in the reported speech either has is there or have is there, then has and have can be changed into had. In so again listen it carefully, because most of the time student confused here. So again I am repeating it. So if in the reporting speech past simple is there, and in the reported speech has or have is there, then you should change the has have into had whenever changing from direct speech to indirect speech. So this is about the change of tense, dear student, and I hope you have understood it. So now let's discuss about change in tense in indirect speech. So now another changes as we are going to talk. So this another is uh, change of adverbs. So as just we have talked that whenever changing from direct speech to indirect speech, you should also change some other parts of a speech, or adverb can also be changed whenever changing the sentence into indirect speech. So you should change it as I'm saying here. So this can be changed into that. So if in the direct speech this is there, then this can be changed into that. In the same way, these can be changed into those. So this can be changed into those, and what this can be changed into that, and this can be changed into those. In the same way, here can be changed into there, here into there. In the same way, today can be changed into that day, now can be changed into then, ago can be changed into before. So these are the adverbs whenever changing from direct speech to indirect speech. So dear student, some more adverbs are there that you should change whenever you are transforming the direct speech into indirect speech. So this is ago. As I have just said you, ago can be changed into before. In the same way, if in the direct speech tomorrow is there, then tomorrow should be changed into following day or next day. So either you can write, either you can say following day, or you can also say next day. So this is about tomorrow. In the same way, in the if in the direct speech yesterday is there, then yesterday can be changed into previous day or the day before. So this is about yesterday, dear student. In the same way, if in the direct speech tonight is there, then that tonight should be changed into that night, dear students. So this is about change in adverbs in indirect speech, my dear students. Now let's try to understand changes in modal in indirect speech. Sometime in direct speech, modal verbs are used there, and at that time most of the students get confused. So whenever modal are used in a sentence, modal verbs are used in direct reported speech, and in the reporting speech again past tense is there, then you should change as I am saying here. So present models are changed into or changed to past model. So whatever present model verbs are used in a reported speech, those model verbs should be changed into past model. As may should be changed into might, may should change into might, can should be changed into could. In the same way, will should be changed into would, shall should be changed into should. In the same way, must should be changed into had to. So this is about model verbs. Whenever in the reporting speech past tense is there, then the present model verbs which are used in the reported speech, those should be changed as I have said you just now. In the same way, these models do not change, but there are some models which doesn't need or which don't need to be changed. So those models are would, could, might, should, and ought to. If these models are in the reported speech, then these model remain unchanged, or there is no need of changing these models whenever you are changing the direct speech into indirect speech, dear students. So this is about change of modal verb as just we have discussed. Now we are talking about a special rule, and a special rule is used with a special type of sentence, or in one type of sentence one type of rule is used which is not used in another type of sentence. So as here you can see changes in sentence in indirect speech. So whenever changing the sentence from direct to indirect, as we should keep in our mind that there are basically four type of sentences, though as I have hope you have studied five type of sentences, but here I'm talking about four types of sentences. And these four types of sentences are assertive sentence. That assertive sentence is also called declarative sentence. So with assertive sentence, one type of rule is used, one type of thing you have to do, which is not applied in another type of sentence, that is exclamatory sentence. So exclamatory sentence requires another type of rule. In the same way, another type of sentence is interrogative sentence. And interrogative sentence needs or requires another type of rule that is not used in imperative sentence. So dear student, I hope you know these four type of sentences. So these are the four type of sentence here today I'm going to talk about, and in which type of sentence, what type of structure, what type of rule is used there, that I'm going to talk here. So now let's first talk about changes in sentence in indirect speech. So now let's talk about assertive sentence. So as just I have said you that four type of sentences are there. Among them, the first one here I'm talking is assertive sentence. So whenever changing the assertive sentence into indirect speech, what we should do, that you should keep in your mind. So as here you can see assertive in assertive sentence, do all changes as it is. Just we should use told at the place of said. So as just we have talked about general rules, we have talked about change of tense, we have talked about change of person, and we have talked about change of adverbs. So these changes will be same there, but some more thing you should use here, you should do there, that I am talking. So if the sentence is assertive sentence, then in a reporting a speech, if said to is there, then that said to can be changed into told, dear student. So dear student, even I hope you know that thing. Again, I would like to make you remind, or I would like to remind you about this thing. So if again I am repeating the same thing, if in the reporting speech said to is there, then said to can be changed into told. Whenever changing the direct speech into indirect speech, if sentence is assertive sentence. In the same way, say to can be changed into tell. Say to can be changed into tell, and says to can be changed into tells. So these are the things you should do, and other things are as it is. Other things are as they are, as just we have talked here regarding the change of tense, regarding change of person, and change of adverbs. So here one example I am presenting, so try to understand the example first. So here example is, he said to me Nepal will win COVID-19. He said to me Nepal will win COVID-19. So that is, or this is the sentence written in assertive sentence is here, and this sentence is in direct speech. So changing this sentence into indirect speech, as I have just talked that said to can be changed into told. That's why its indirect speech become he told me that Nepal would win COVID-19. He told me that Nepal would win COVID-19. It's become indirect speech. So here, even in this example, you are seeing that said to is changed into told. Another thing is as they are, another thing as you can see here that in a reported speech, will is there and this will is changed into would, because as just we have talked that if in the reporting speech past tense is there and in reported speech will as a model verb is there, then will should be changed into would. That's why here will is changed into would, dear students. So this is about assertive sentence. I hope, dear student, you have understood it. Now let's talk about another type of sentence. And again, sometime tenses are not only in affirmative form, sometimes the sentence might be in negative form. So either sentences are in affirmative form or negative form, you should do in the same way. If the sentence is in affirmative, then you should change the given statement into affirmative form. If the sentence is in negative form, then you should change it into negative form, dear student. And I hope that you can do it yourself, because you have studied about this thing as you have studied there. So dear student, even time is over. So thank you, my dear student. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.